point. For people watching, I think if I can give you only one piece of advice, it will be definitely invest in BGB. And if you don't have Bitcoin, probably this is the cheapest you can buy it. Definitely go invest in you. I believe one of the biggest things in next 6 to 12 months will be we will be definitely seeing Bitcoin reach 200K.
Oh, 200K.
It is my price point. I think that is one thing we're gonna see because especially now more governments are doing reserves, pensions are coming into, pension funds are exploring Bitcoin. With all this money inflows, we'll be seeing a huge increase in Bitcoin prices. But if you ask me what is my prediction about alt season, I'm very pessimistic about that. Yeah, in my opinion, we won't be seeing much of an alt season that we used to see in previous cycles because this cycle is very different.
Yeah.
In this cycle, Bitcoin is a separate dynasty itself, and then everyone else is separate. And until we reach a phase where we have enough investor institutional interest in alt tokens and projects that produce these alt tokens, and we see a huge leap in innovation, I don't believe that we'll be seeing like a alt season as we expect. But one project is there that is dear to my heart and I believe has a huge upside.
Hello， 大家好，我是每日别人的 Elvin。对，那今天呢，我们很开心邀请到了 Bitget 的 COO Vugar， 然后跟我们分享，就是说，Bitget 交易所不管是在现在或者是下半年，他们有什么样值得期待的进展，以及呢，其实最近有一些很大的消息会跟大家来公开。对，那相信大家也都知道 ，Bitget 交易所现在在台湾也是一个非常有名的交易所，他们提供了各式各样的服务，包含交易所，他们有自己的 Bitget Card、AI Agent 等等，他们都有在布局。以及呢，他们跟最近的 Morph 又有什么样的合作等等，我觉得都值得让大家来期待。Okay, so let me ask some interesting questions for Vugar and how do you feel in Taiwan and anything about Taipei Blockchain Week?
I love Taiwan. It's my third time already here and it's my second time during the Taiwan Blockchain Week. And I think it's one of the top industry events happening in here.
Okay, so let's move on to the question one. Yeah, we can tell that many big exchanges launch their own like payment products this year, no matter Kraken, Bybit, or Binance, or many big exchanges we use often. How do you see that in such a competitive environment? Like because many these kind of products will also provide the 2% to 5% cashback via cryptocurrency. So how do you see the core advantage in Bitget Wallet card compared to other competitors in the market?
You know, for many years in crypto, we're always talking about next billion users, how we can onboard next billion users. And I think today we came to the place where we realized we probably can't find 1 billion traders.
Yeah.
But every time, whenever you go and buy a coffee, you buy a gift for your loved one, you actually do a transaction.
Yes.
And until today, our journey on chain was fragmented. You will earn money, you will invest, you will farm, you will yield, but then you needed to go to make it to the paper money or fiat money to buy something, right?
It's still a long way to go for like user experience.
Exactly, but today finally we can live fully on chain, whether it is Bitget's MasterCard or it is a payment gateway. We've been testing with Bitget Card from the exchange side for almost 2 years now.
Wow.
This year we launched our MasterCard with our wallet, giving people access to kind of have access to the banking system without even a need to have a banking system. And it also means until the last second you tap your card, you hold your asset. Let's say before, if you needed to kind of buy something, you had to sell your Bitcoins or Ethereums, then take it to your bank account, and all the time you were losing in the market movement. Today, until you tap your card, you have your money. When it comes to why payment is important, more than how we compete, in my opinion, is the key factor that today we don't compete for payments between Binance and Bitget or Kraken. We compete with Visa card, MasterCard, Stripe, payment gateways, because every time you pay something, let's say you bought a coffee today, the merchant who sold you coffee pays 1.5 to 3% in commission and then waits 20 to 60 days to actually that payment to be processed that they can get the money. With crypto, first, they don't pay that commission. Second, the payments are instant. It means you fix your cash flow issue. It's a perfect for both buyer and seller. Just because you don't pay that 2%, 3% to the payment processors, instead we can do that as a cashback. When it comes to competition, I love competition, and competition forces us to build the best product out there. And again, Bitget Wallet connected to MasterCard is our only one of the 3 layers of the payment, because we have Bitget Card for VIP users, MasterCard powered Bitget Wallet card, and then we have Bitget Pay, which is our actually PayFi gateway. Now we are onboarding merchants across Southeast Asia, also in different regions, where we want to introduce merchants to be able to accept payments in crypto, whether they want to accept stable tokens like USDT, or whether they want to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, any other. Like, there are more than like 130, 150 chains that we do support, and it means every merchant can instantly accept payment. And in next, I think 2-3 years, we'll be seeing a true billion people coming and transacting on chain. The same way when Apple introduced Apple Pay, we all thought that we don't need it. Today we all use it everywhere. I believe similarly we will be seeing more and more crypto adoption, because it is a need, because it solves a problem, because it's fast, it's easy, it's transparent than anything else.
Well said. Yeah. 刚刚 Tuber 有提到，其实他们现在Bitget 想要做的方向呢，不只是跟其他交易所来做竞争，而是跟 Visa 以及我们常常使用到 Mastercard 这样平常使用的支付服务来做竞争的。那他也提到他们 Bitget 的这个支付服务呢，总共有3层，那让他们可以支援，就是说不管是未来稳定币的兴盛，或者是支付 PayFi 的兴盛等等，他们都是有做布局的。Any plans that from Bitget end to roll out an additional service for debit crypto card for Taiwanese users in the future? Because I think many people want to know about this.
Actually, when it comes to different jurisdictions and how we can roll out services, it's very tight what is the local laws allow us to do.
Yeah.
That's definitely is one of the interests for us. And I will give you an idea. For example, in Europe, with the new MiCA laws, it's clearly stated that all transactions that's happening in decentralized world, less than 3,000 euro or dollar value, they don't have to even KYC, they don't have to report, right?
Wow.
Which gives us an opportunity to help people to put like a maximum cap.
Yes.
Unfortunately, at the moment, we do not have such a clear law stating how we can operate, and also we don't have a local payment provider or card processor that we can, or card issuer that we can do that. This is definitely something we are exploring. But again, at Bitget, we have 120 million users. We virtually serve people across 200 jurisdictions, 200 markets, 200 countries.
Yes.
And for us, we are only able to pick and choose and penetrate the market where we see the most value and the easiest to enter. Unfortunately, Taiwanese market is one of the very strict rules, especially when it comes to money and money movement. Therefore, we are still exploring opportunities. Unfortunately, it's not available for our user. But from the user perspective, I think it will be very good, because whenever you introduce a new product to the market, let's say a crypto card, it means we don't only compete between crypto cards, we will compete with the local banks, which will definitely, competition will bring the price down, and more people will be having so many options and chances to use the best product. And I think it's very good in the longer term, but at the same time, definitely the banks, traditional banks, wouldn't like that competition, and there will be so much, push and pull in from both sides.
Yeah, I'm also very excited and looking forward to see more integration, no matter crypto payment card with any like DeFi services we can use, and any like daily payments we can use in our daily lives. Yeah.
Great feature of the crypto payment card is that you buy crypto with zero fee.
Yeah.
It means you just stay on chain, you just stay within the crypto, and you don't go pay. Because I know a lot of people have problems buying crypto with your credit card, or debit card.
Charge a higher fee compared to other.
Because banks tag crypto as a risky trade, they charge huge processing fees, which is very unfair.
Yeah. You once say that without user experience, AI is just code without thought. So we know that Bitget just launched like Get Agent in July this year. So how can you guys to take advantage, no matter the AI algorithms, to leverage the user experience to make users to monetize the market data at the same time, but also balance the usage between like retail users and professionals?
First and foremost, yes, I do believe that AI will never replace humanity, and there will still be so many professions and opportunities can beat AI. But also AI is very strong. We were one of the first exchanges that adopted AI, especially to combat fraud and deepfakes. We understood that as humans we can't beat AI, we need another AI to fight AI.
Yes.
That's how we first kind of launched and adopted AI almost 2.5 years ago. Second step for us was to more often use AI for automation. We were again the first ones to introduce AI grid bots. With these two learnings, we understood that AI won't replace traders. AI can't make you rich. AI is not a single button you press and goes, buys and sells, makes you rich in one night. Unfortunately, people want that, but definitely not possible. At least with the current technology, not possible. But what Get AI does, it's our yet the most sophisticated tool. Because of the previous learnings, we decided that still humans can beat AI in trading, but human empowered by AI will beat both humans and both AI in trading. And that's our kind of a idea of how we can merge the powers together. As humans, we can be very emotional, but it's not a necessarily bad thing. For example, you can believe in a product, right? AI doesn't believe in a product. AI doesn't believe in infrastructure. AI sees only price action, tries to buy low, sell high, or tries to short or long based on the price and news and all the other data it has. But as humans, we know how to buy and hold. A hold is a strategy, right? In a longer term, if you believe in a project, you really buy and you really hold. What we can do by putting these two things together, where AI gathers valuable knowledge, instead of you going checking 100 influencers on X platform and then reading million news and trying to answer what happens, AI kind of consolidates all of this for you. But what also AI does, AI can look into order books. AI can predict how market will move based on the price actions.
Yes.
AI can look at how many autofill orders are there at which price point. All this information is public. You can go and dig it yourself. At Bitget, you can see up to like a 500 orders depth of the order book. But as humans, you can't process all this data, and you can't process all this data fast enough to go actually put an order. While AI consolidates all of this together, and then you decide what to do. Still power is in your hand, but now you make the most informed decision out there. In my opinion, this is the way moving forward, and that's why we saw almost 24,000 people waitlisting for Get AI. Everyone was very excited. Everyone are still very excited. For many users, we made it free because we are heavily subsidizing it. Because in the beginning, people were reaching out to me and telling that, yes, it's AI, it's expensive, and now whoever has more money will subscribe to AI, and they will be trading better than everyone else. It's not changing lives. And then we thought, okay, it's very expensive. We are subsidizing it. Let everyone use it, while we learn how it will benefit people, and people will learn how to work with AI. But today I'm very confident that we are having the most sophisticated tool, because it is not your ChatGPT wrap. It is an actual data that we back to train this AI.
Yeah, we all needed like a crypto native analytic tools for people, no matter how they can analyze the projects, how they can trade more smart, anything. I think that's also the reason why each exchanges launched their own AI analytics tools this year. I think it's a great start. Okay.
It's a great start, and let's see where it takes us. But I always say there will be a lot of jobs that are replaced by AI. In my opinion, trading is probably the only job that will not be ever fully replaced by AI, because I believe there will be still humans who can beat AI, because we are creative beings. We can do a lot of things in the market. We know how to, be emotional, and in the beginning I always thought being emotional is a very bad thing. We talked about how bots can be emotionless, but today I think that because we are emotional, because we can believe in something long term, that makes us very powerful.
对我觉得 Vugar 刚刚说的蛮好的，就是说他提到 AI 跟真人的区别，就是说我们还没有办法100%的去依赖 AI， 所以其实我们在做任何的决策的时候 ，AI 其实在某种程度上其实都是一个辅助。那更重要的是我们怎么样可以去正确的使用，以及他有提到Bitget 他们怎么样去研发他们自己的这个 AI 的工具，以及说现在其实研发 AI 工具也算是各个交易所的一个趋势。那未来其实不管是我们在分析项目，或者是在进行交易、进行炒币的同时，都有更多这种类型有趣的工具可以去做使用。 AutoBay, stablecoins, and PayFi is the hottest narratives in this year, and we all know that Bitget just launched your AutoBay perpetual index this year August. So could you share more details about these kind of initiative with us?
Honestly, when it comes to indexes and options, why many people think of it as a feature, as a cool new thing, our looking into the market is very different. Because for us, it is about giving people enough exposure to diversify.
Yeah.
If you want to go buy stocks and options, today we offer you that. Because this way you can balance your portfolio.
Yeah.
If you want to go explore RWAs, we are the first exchange to list RWAs, real world assets. It means you can go and have an exposure to the real estate, I don't know, whatever the real world asset you're investing in, without actually needing to go do it in physical form. You can do it in a tokenized form. You can today have a tokenized, I don't know, real estate. Today you can have tokenized Tesla stocks and Apple stocks next to your Bitcoin, next to your Ethereum, next to your BGB, next to your SUI. And all this gives you enough balance, but also enough velocity. You can sell immediately, transfer. If you see a new opportunity, you can move here and there, which is incredible in my opinion, because you don't have to not even open another app, let alone...
that's the core problem to solve, I would say.
Yeah, like giving you option like in all-in-one kind of a super app. And I think we are learning it from Web2 the same way your Uber app has your food deliveries and pharmacies and groceries. And
which app is a mighty app in Asia, I would say.
Yeah, like
anything we can do on it.
like now I think we are moving towards for a super app. And it is not because, again, we are competing between each other. Actually, with these super apps, we are competing with your neobanks.
Neobank.
We are competing with your traditional banks. We are competing with your Robinhoods and everyone else, because at this point, crypto is not something new. At this point, crypto is not something, cool for 10, 20 people. Almost everyone knows about Bitcoin. Almost everyone talks about Bitcoin.
Yes.
Therefore, we need to build that super app where we don't think crypto as the only channel to invest, while we look at the broader picture of investment and think, we have 120 million users. They need to invest. What tools we can bring them to make them more money?
Yes, very impressive. So you just mentioned that the convenience, how the users of Bitget can trade any various products in your own exchanges. We can no longer move to any other apps to trade stocks or any other things. And I think that many people will care about the liquidation risk and interpretability between assets on different chains. So how can Bitget handle this kind of problem and any proof of reserve to prove this kind of issue?
I take you to a very different journey. First and foremost, interoperability is very important. And what we learn from decentralized world, I think because everyone watching knows that we have Bitget Wallet and Bitget Exchange. For us, wallet is a gateway to the decentralized world, while exchange stands for centralized world. What wallet learned from exchange is the easiness of swaps. For example, Bitget Wallet is the first wallet allowing people to use stable tokens for covering gas fees. Instead of, you had to buy and sell and make
native token.
Native token. It makes it very easy. What exchange learned from the wallet is that, yes, as an exchange, we have to do a lot of background checks. We only have around 600 projects listed. But now we give people so many opportunities to buy on-chain assets. This is about interoperability. Question number one. Question number two is liquidity. Today, if you go check one of any big platforms, you will see that Bitget is one of the most liquid platforms for two reasons. First, we have very strict rules on both projects and market makers to have enough liquidity of at least 2-3% at all times, making sure we are the great place to trade. But it doesn't stay with that, outcome liquidity. If you look at the way Bitget grew or attracted funds, we did very small funding rounds because our ethos was we want to reinvest the money we earn. Recently, we published our proof of reserve. We've been consistently publishing every 2 months proof of reserves for many years now. We promised that we will have at least 130% of the entire fund in the exchange.
I see.
it's a great sign of liquidity, right? But today we stand at 188%.
Wow.
It means if today 120 million of all our customers come and decide to take all their digital assets from the exchange, we will have 88% more funds, more digital assets within the ecosystem. It gives us agility to move from asset to asset. It gives us a chance to make sure that our users have enough liquidity, and that's why we are one of the biggest derivatives market.
Yeah, for sure.
You look at our market cap, we are third largest derivative market, fourth largest spot trading platform, and our market cap is as huge just because we can provide this liquidity. And I'll remind you, every day we move around $20 billion in exchange. We have around $12 billion swap on wallet. And definitely without having this kind of a huge liquidity pool, we wouldn't be able to do that. But because we have such a huge liquidity pool, we are the most fun place for the retail users to come and trade.
Yeah, for sure. What about the AutoBay related products we mentioned previously, like AutoBay Perpetual Index? So has Bitget built any partnership about this way to sustain no matter the price or the index price of different products?
We are, honestly, we haven't explored much in previous years. Recently, we have started, exploring some synergies with different providers. But again, perpetual market is very different,
yes.
Especially compared to our kind of nature of a business.
Yeah.
But this is one of the interesting areas. I believe last couple of months we announced several partnerships already.
Oh, I see.
But again, I don't think it's something we're excited about. I know that our colleagues from different exchanges, they have their own perp dexes, but unfortunately this is not a direction we are going, because for us it is, as I mentioned, we are not interested to build next billion traders. We are focused on how we can solve real world problems and how we can be more than a trade, because we are already the best place to trade.
Yeah, for sure.
And therefore our idea is not to perfection our trading tool, because we already have the best in class product. Our idea is how we can add more value to make people live on chain. I call it like a life on chain, where you don't only invest, but you also save, you reinvest, you farm, you yield, and then you spend.
Yeah.
And all without leaving our ecosystem, or all without leaving on-chain action.
Yeah, we can see that many each exchange will have their own advantage and their target audience. Yeah,
definitely. And our target audience is retail users who are excited about blockchain as a technology and who want to live on chain.
I see. Yeah, because I'm myself is also on-chain maxi, joined crypto space about 7 or 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm very clear that I believe on-chain economy will boom in the next 10 years. Yeah.
It is already booming, and also putting things on chain makes sense. And I recently was talking to some economist, and he's like, yeah, I'm very old, I work, and he's banking with JP Morgan. Yeah. I'm like, do you realize that JP Morgan has a private chain, and almost all internal transaction on JP Morgan runs on chain? You don't have to feel that you are doing something crypto, you don't have to feel that you are doing something on chain, because it's so fast, easy, cheap and secure. It should run on the background. The same way when you take your mobile phone and call, you don't care which antenna connects to which antenna and how do you transmit the waves, right? Yeah. As long as it works, you're happy. The same way blockchain will become a core infrastructure that things run on chain without us actually feeling it.
Yeah, yes. 像 Tugar 刚刚有提到，其实像 JP Morgan 这样的机构都比我们想象的还要更积极。像我知道 JP Morgan 最近他们其实也有针对 AI agent 这样类型的项目在进行投资。对，所以我觉得现在确实对于加密产业的各个人来说，都是一个很新的起点吧。对，我们正在见证，就是说未来更多几十亿的人正在加入这个算是一个很大的风口。Okay, so let's move on to the question 4. We can talk about more interesting issue about PayFi narrative. Yeah, we can see that Bitget just use PayFi to integrate with AI or even on-chain credit or reputation, etc. So how Bitget can use the advantages of your own product to cultivate this kind of market?
With 120 million users, Bitget is, I won't call us a community, because we are actually solving real world problems, and that was our core. And with every new deployment, every new solution, we were thinking like how we can solve people's problem, whether it is payment gateway, whether it is building something on chain. And our core ethos is when you build something new, how you can communicate it to people and how you can change people's life. If it's on-chain action, let's say bridging DeFi and giving people access to the assets that we don't want to list necessarily on an exchange, but still we want people to buy and hold. Yeah. This way we can render the data and understand, oh, there is something interesting. Because let's say listings, right? In many exchanges, it runs as a black box. You don't know how they decide to list the projects or not.
Yeah.
For us, we always had an open platform. We wanted people kind of vote with their money. And today with on-chain, we know that, oh, this is the project that is raising. We saw all the data and we see that, okay, people want to buy it. People want to invest in this project. Let us bring it to people. Same goes with the PayFi, because as I mentioned, payments is the next big thing. And PayFi is where people can vote with their money.
Yeah.
And therefore, with all, if you look at 120 million people, it means we are giving them a chance to decide where the product moves next.
Yeah. So let's move on to, let me add another question. There's a big news announced yesterday that Bitget has reached a strategic partnership with Morph. We all know that, and even so that there's a large scale of burning tokens of BGB tokens. And we all know that Morph cutting to the consumer-fi sectors previously. So we are also very interested to know how Bitget will work with Morph to no matter into consumer-fi sector and also PayFi market.
Definitely. I think you touched two important topics, like our new tokenomics, but also our burn structure.
Yeah.
With new tokenomics, we are planning to decrease the supply of BGB token to 100 million. Until then, we will be having a quarterly burn mechanism. In the beginning of the year, we merged BGB with BWB. That's how we got to $8.5 all-time high.
Yeah.
And since our launch, we made 100x in the price action of the BGB.
Awesome.
It's great. 94% wallet holders are in profit. It is next Bitcoin, I must say.
Wow.
And we've been always asked, similar to Binance's BNB chain, are we going to ever do our chain? And that was all the time the discussion. Yeah. And Morph is a company that we invested multi-million dollar a couple of years back. It is an incredible infrastructure, incredible consumer tech that we are kind of trying to reshape the idea of how EVM compatibility works and how the layer 2s work. With new BGB tokenomics, we decided that the treasury that left in our tokenomics, also the portion that left for the team incentive, it's around 440 million BGB tokens. We'll be moving them to the Morph Foundation. Half of the tokens will be burned immediately, decreasing the supply. 220 million tokens will be locked and unlocked only 2% every year. This will give a foundation a long runway. Yeah. To operate, especially the price will definitely go up during the time.
Bullish news.
We have already implemented a lot of strategies within the ecosystem to make sure that people hold to BGB token because of the incentives. There's a less sell pressure, but now because the BGB will become a gas token for all the actions in Morph, it means there will be more and more utility that coming in within the ecosystem.
For sure.
Ideally pushing the price up. And if everything goes wrong, probably we'll be seeing a huge upside in the price point. For people watching, I think if I can give you only one piece of advice, it will be definitely invest in BGB. It is still at $4.55 range. It means there's a huge opportunity, huge upside in there within the ecosystem and beyond. And from the technological point, because our ecosystem is growing, because we have 120 million users on Bitget as an exchange, 80 million as the wallet, it means there's so much opportunities to actually make the best use of infrastructure.
Yeah, looking forward to see more projects popping up in more ecosystem in the future. Yeah. From the macro perspective, we can see that the next 6 months was shaped by no matter regulation, RWA or PayFi narrative. And how do, in your personal view, how do you see the market will go in the next 6 or 12 months in this crypto market?
It's a very tricky question, predicting future. like humans always try to do that, and I don't think that we always can, because it's today's crypto market so much dependent on global economics, what's happening in politics,
yes.
right? Until last year, we all were like waiting for crypto summer. We were waiting bull run, and then U.S. elections happen, and today we see how in 6 months, U.S.'s approach to crypto changed. The country that was literally putting, I don't know, CZ into a jail, today is opening arms, and president issuing tokens, president families involved, and so many things is happening there that it's completely opposite, and it only happened in 6 months. Therefore, for me, I can't tell you what's going to happen in 6 months, but if we see the same pattern to continue, I believe one of the biggest things in next 6 to 12 months will be, we will be definitely seeing Bitcoin reach 200K.
Oh, 200K.
It is my price point. I think that is one thing we're gonna see, because especially now more governments are doing reserves, pensions are coming into, pension funds are exploring Bitcoin. With all this money inflows, we'll be seeing a huge increase in Bitcoin prices. But if you ask me what is my prediction about alt season, I'm very pessimistic about that, because in my opinion, in my opinion, we won't be seeing much of an alt season that we used to see in previous cycles, because this cycle is very different.
Yeah.
In this cycle, Bitcoin is a separate dynasty itself, and then everyone else is separate. And until we reach a phase where we have enough investor institutional interest in alt tokens and projects that produce these alt tokens, and we see a huge leap in innovation, I don't believe that we'll be seeing like a alt season as we expect. But one project is there that is dear to my heart, and I believe has a huge upside. Besides all the American projects, I believe all the American projects will get a huge support from American government, and we'll see another increase, whether it is Shui or Ripple. I think Ethereum has an amazing opportunity to break through.
Wow.
But I'm also expecting Ethereum community to come up with more advanced solutions and more money-making mechanisms to bring us an alternative to Bitcoin. But definitely when you look at the market data, we today see that some of the locked profits from the Bitcoin price action is kind of moving towards Ethereum. We don't see a huge spillover as previous rallies, but today I think we are in one of those places where next 6 to 12 months will be actually trend setting what's happening next, whether we're gonna see like a full-blown 2-3 year cycle, or we're gonna see several short cycles. And that was my idea, that especially with Bitcoin, instead of these 2-3 year like a long cycles, now we'll be seeing more of like a shorter cycles, whether it's 6 months, 1 year, ups and downs, where we'll see the price correction. And but I'm talking only like a price action. Yeah, that is, in my opinion, what we're gonna see in next 12 months. And if you don't have Bitcoin, probably this is the cheapest you can buy it. Definitely go invest in Bitcoin.
Yes. And which sector you are bullish the most in the market for now?
When it comes to market, definitely like I'm a Bitcoin maximalist, right? Every day I will tell you about Bitcoin, but in my opinion, what I'm more excited about is RWAs, because there is a physical asset behind, and it's an exposure. It's very important for the portfolio balance. And artificial intelligence, because I believe with the help of AI, we can reach a true decentralization where AI can manage and smart contracts can self-execute, where we can have less human interference and still build a financial system that works.
How Bitget will like maintain your edge, no matter the innovation of the product and also the market side?
When we talk about Bitget, we have to think about one of the largest exchanges, right? Today, we are second or third largest, depending on the user number and market cap. But when you kind of zoom out and look, the way we grew so fast was about strategic decisions. First and foremost, we decided that we want to become a household name. We are not your niche crypto tool. We are actually the simplest tool you can use in order to enter crypto. We partner with Lionel Messi, we partner with La Liga, we partner with MotoGP. That someone watching a sport at home will know about Bitget. This is our advantage. Our brand is very strong. But also we have one of the greatest and tools out there, because if you go download application of any of our competitor, you will see a light version and pro version, while Bitget has a single version. We are as powerful for the most powerful user, most powerful trader, but we are also as simple that someone opening our app today will be able to navigate. This is the innovation. We are always trying to build a tool that is simple to use, and that's how we are, I believe, cracking the code. And lastly, the strategic investments we did. We invested 30 million to Bitget Wallet, which is today Bitget Wallet, that surpassed MetaMask and Trust, one of the most used wallets on the earth. We partnered with Stone Foundation when the tap to earn games were super big. That's how we grew most of our user base. We invested to Morph a couple of years, and all these strategic investments actually show that we are not here to play a short game. We are not here to be trendy. We are not here to be cool for 2 months. We are here to stay and to do something bigger. That's why it's only 7 years that Bitget was in the market. We are one of the youngest exchanges. We are younger than Binance, Gate.io, and many others, and still we are the fastest growing, and we are almost at the top of our game. And this is only possible through not only innovating for the sake of innovation or copying what everyone else does. We are building the tools that are actually beneficial for the end user, and we are building the tools for future.
Yeah, happy to see that Bitget is growing so fast and still cultivate many new products that users love in this cycle and in the future.
Definitely, we have like a Pool X and Launch Pool. There's like a cool farming tools that you can, lock your tokens to get new exposure. We are one of the highest yield providers, even for the USDT. I think it's around 10% annual return rate. And all this like cool things that is in there, or Bitget on-chain, giving you access to buy decentralized tokens, Bitget Card. All this, in my opinion, kind of builds a big offering to the users that doesn't matter what your need, you'll have something very cool coming here.
I think, very, very awesome. Thanks for all the questions you answered today. And I think, you can call it a day. And what's your favorite food in Taiwan these days?
Honestly, I love anything that comes in the form of dumpling.
Dumpling.
And
have you eaten Din Tai Fung? Have you tried this one?
Din Tai Fung is my temple, and because I live in Dubai, I actually live very close by to Din Tai Fung. Okay. I'm such a huge fan. I know the recipe of making the cucumber salad.
Cucumber salad, okay.
Yes, and that's my favorite thing in Din Tai Fung.
Okay. It's very good to invite you as our guest speaker today, and very excited to see you next time.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having me in Taiwan.
今天 Bitget CEO Vugar 的采访就到这边结束了。对啊，今天跟我们分享了非常多，就是有关 Bitget 交易所本身，不管他们是怎么样打造产品，或者说他们怎么样去看待 Bitget 交易所跟其他交易所的优势，以及他们如何去面对下一个10亿人口的这个发展跟路线等等，然后也非常的精彩。那我们也会把延伸的内容呢放在资讯栏，让大家去索取。好，那么今天的采访就到这边，那我们就下次再见。好，拜拜。